found a hair in it. Oh my god! Hot. What's up, LOL gang? Today, I'm making a dish that I have never tried making before. What's a better way to teach people how to make a recipe that you haven't tried yourself? And what is pink soup, you might ask? Well, it's this thing right here. So today, we're making a dish that is beetroots in sour milk, a soup that is actually eaten cold, and a man that finds hair. There's another hair in it. Okay, so before we start off, there's a little bit of prep. We need to boil 2 to 4 eggs, hard boil them. I usually use, well, I never done this recipe. Anyway, I will use 2 eggs, which is plenty for me. So, on how to do that, there's a video up here, and I'm just gonna do it quick. Get a little pot, fill it up with cold water, place the eggs. Yeah, let's go to the stovetop. Now let's boil these eggs on a wide angle for about 13 minutes until they're hard boiled. Also, during this time, you can boil your beetroots if you don't have any canned beetroots, which is necessary for this recipe. These have already boiled. Now, turn on your cold water. Now let's let them sit in this cool water until they cool off. Great! Now in the meantime, what we will do is grab ourselves pretty sad looking chives. They've been sitting in my fridge for like years. Let's get a knife and let's cut them thinly. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can leave some to decorate later on top, but I won't. Now I'll put in all of these chives in, like so. And here comes my mother's secret recipe for beetroot. God damn, I can't pronounce it. It's too hard. Beetroot soup. Beetroot soup. Pink soup. Anyway, we'll add a pinch of sugar. Just a pinch. A pinch. A little pinch of citric acid. I haven't seen anything like this in any of recipes on the internet. And a pinch of salt. Maybe 2 pinches. Maybe 3. If you like, you can add some pepper. I'll add a little bit, not too much. And now, have this cocktail crusher or pummel, how is it called? I don't know. You have to crush these chives into all of that salt sugar mixture thing. Now that's basically the hard part, except the potatoes that we will boil later. Now let's get our board back. Let's cut up 1/2 of this torpedo cucumber. I just cut up this much of cucumber, okay? So what we will do is first we'll slice them into discs. You can use a mandolin for this job. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll leave this bit for later. Now, let's chop them up into smaller pieces. We cut them lengthwise. Now let's cut them horizontal wise. Pink soup, right? So this dish comes from like the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Those times, you know, people fought each other with swords to sort out and bows and arrows and horses. Yeah, those times. The good old times. And basically, during those times, this dish became a thing of a peasant. Aren't we peasants?
Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand?
Well, let's add in all of the cucumber into the pot. Now I think our eggs should be done. Get them out. Let's get them peeled like so. And let's slice them. Oh, look at that. It's perfectly boiled. But yeah, this dish was like the one of the peasant and mostly like the farm worker, because during the summer it would get really hot and some people would cool off this way by eating this so-called soup that is cold. Which I still don't get why it's called the soup. I don't know. Let's put our eggs in there. Oh, we lost one. Now also, I forgot to tell you, but you need to have like a bunch of dill put in there, like fresh dill. I don't have any, so I'm just gonna use some dried dill. Even today, this dish is being used to cool off during summer, maybe by farm workers also, I don't know. I hated it at first, but you know what? I grew to love it. Now, get 1 can of marinated beetroot. Yeah, put the Russian accent in there. It's more authentic that way. Now, it is so popular in here. Listen to this. Oh! That people actually just make their own beetroot, like marinated beetroot, which is the case with me. This is like marinated beetroot in
apple juice.
I'll just drain it off a little bit, not fully. But you can find canned beetroot, like canned marinated beetroot, in like the Eastern European aisle of your shopping mall. That's a thing still? I don't think so. Basically, go to the Polish section and it should be right there.
Bober! Hey, kurwa, bober!
Now, if you can't find it, just boil a whole beetroot. Just grate the beetroot that you boiled and it should be the same basically. Bay leaf? Nobody wants that. So this is like a whole can, which is 400 milliliters, or another bay leaf. Nobody wants that. Get out. I'll find every pepper in here. I'll just yeet it out of the way because I hate finding pepper in the soup. And a hair. Whose hair is in there? Look at that. Oh, Jesus. I found a hair in it. To the trash. Okay, now there has to be another pepper. I just feel it in there. Oh, okay. It's not a pepper, that's a bay leaf. Out. Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe I actually was wrong. Let's get this blood off my hands. Actually, I'm making this dish because it's like the pink soup day in Lithuania over here. So yeah, quick little promo for Lithuania. What's up? Hit me up, government. Anyway, that's basically it. Now the final part is getting sour milk. Yeah, or kefir if you don't have sour milk. But I prefer like the sour milk because it's way lighter, it's not as tangy, it's way more smooth basically. Kefir consists more of like bacteria from yeast and stuff, and this is just old milk basically. It just went sour. So yeah, I'm gonna pour in 1 quart or 1 kilogram in my case. Look at that, it's cum consistency. Yeah. As you can see, we even have plastic bags of this stuff, like they do in Canada with milk. Great! So now it doesn't look pink, so let's make it that sexy pink color. Mix everything. Oh my god! What the hell, dude? You know what? That's pretty well mixed in. And look at that. It's pink! Who would have thought? Now it's pretty cold out of the gate when we make it, but usually you can put it into the fridge for like a day for that hot summer. So actually that's what I will do. Look at that pink stuff. So this goes to the fridge for like 20 minutes or so until we peel our potatoes. Anyway, this dish is super forgiving. As you saw, there's barely anything that could go wrong. The prep time takes the most time and there's no boiling, no pots, no pans, nothing. And I urge you to try it. It's a unique experience that not a lot of you probably have tried. A little warning, it might be bad, so don't make a lot of it. Anyway, so the second part of this dish is very important. It's the potatoes. We have to salt the potatoes right and pick the best potatoes we have because we eat this dish with hot potatoes and cold soup. I usually like to just put some hot potatoes into the soup and eat it like that way. That way is very good. So, boiled potatoes, you know how it's done. Get another pot, clearly not washed. Same pot that you boiled your eggs in. Fill it up with water, then add in a bunch of salt. Now, what I was taught that you can't oversalt your potatoes. Similar, oh shit. And yeah, let's just boil the water and put some potatoes in the water first. Peeled potatoes. I would suggest 3 medium-sized potatoes per person. So let's go to the stovetop. Let's add in our potatoes and let's boil them. Let's drain our potatoes. There we go. What the hell is this? Now here comes our big ass bowl of beetroot soup, our pink soup. Now let's plate it up. So in goes 1 scoop, okay, maybe 1.5 scoops of our finely mixed root soup. And don't use your hands for this, but in goes in half. Oh, Jesus. Look at our potatoes. Oh, baby. Oh. Hot. That a little bit more of that dill. And would you look at that? We have ourselves our pink soup. Our pink soup. Okay, so this is it. Let's see how I've done. Now, again, as I said in the beginning, this is my first time making this thing. Let's see if it tastes like my mom makes it. Take some potato. I just throw it in there. It's like hot potato with everything. Yeah, actually, I didn't fail. It tastes pretty good. Not as good as my mom makes it, but you know what? It ain't bad. There's another hair in it. So many hairs in this episode. Anyway, I'll finish this up and you go ahead and subscribe, okay? We have a deal. Thank you. Peace!